Hey guys, Johnny V from SmashBoxx Studios. Real quick, I'm going to show you a breakdown of the studio. I just tore it down. I spent the last basically 3 or 4 days tearing it down to its core, bringing it back up. So I'm going to show you real quick what I did. The wall behind me, right over here, that used to be where the backdrop is. So I've shifted everything kind of 90 degrees counterclockwise. I put the backdrop on a curtain rod so that we can slide it back and forth so we can replace it with a green screen or anything like that for some future projects we might have. Behind this, I'm not going to slide it right now because it's a disaster. I've got boxes stacked up to about my head from all the equipment that we purchased. Over here, this is all of my audio and video hardware. I've got cables and HDMI, USB cables, XLR, miscellaneous computer stuff, power cables, I think some microphone stuff. Really just spares and extras, things that we've collected throughout the last couple years. Make sure it's all labeled. Very key. We got to move the light over here, which is really nice because I'm going to have room for another light over there pretty soon. This is our fiber connection. This is from AT&T. This is a gigabit connection with my Google Home. The light and this camera, my JVC, what is it? I think it's like a 170, a GM HY 170, something along those lines. They're plugged into this iHome device that my buddy Adam gave me. And I can tell Google to turn off the studio. It'll shut down all the lights. But the big thing that we did is what you're looking at right here. These two tables. This is Terry's side. This is my side. And they're on wheels now. So I made my studio modular so I can slide things out of the way. We got the camera right here looking at us. It's going to be really nice for that green screen, just to add a little bit extra space, a little bit breathing room here in the studio, a little bit of elbow room. Terry, you know, he likes to elbow once in a while. I reorganized my space, not the website. That's way out of style apparently, but my space here. This is my audio input device. It's not a true mixer, it's just an audio input device. It goes right into my computer. It doesn't have any of those fancy knobs that you see on in studios. Those are my headphones that I added this little 3M hook so I can hang them up. I did the same thing over here on Terry's. I had some laying in my basement. These are our microphones. Over here is the old computer that we used to use. And right now what we can do is we can plug this in and have Gary to the O edit and cut videos, if he's free, live on the fly for the broadcast. I added this wonderful arm mount that lets me shift all of this stuff up and down and move it to wherever I want. Phenomenal. It's going to be really great ergonomically. This is the beast of a computer that we're using now. It's got an RTX 2070 in it, Magewell 4 SDI ports so that all of our cameras can go into them. But the big thing that we changed is I built and bought this nice rack, a Samson rack. It's really phenomenal. It's really well built. I was able to put in here a surge protector, these BNC cables, which are basically the same on the front and the back, so I can run some things into the back. They don't have to run through. And then these go to the computer I just showed you. This patch panel, same thing as the BNC, same in the front and back. This Ubiquiti 16-port PoE switch that I invested in, it's really nice. It's a gigabit switch. It'll help for transmitting video, audio, and data, whatever I need to push through the studio. Our Synology, which is for all of our backups. I store things on here before we upload them to the cloud, just to make sure I have them. And this is the live view server that all of the cameras remotely go to. This is really nice. I'm really happy with the studio. My wife is sick of me calling her down here to tell her to take a look at what I did next. Oh, hot tip. Minis. Put minis under your stuff. If they don't have casters, especially on carpet. They slide like those moving devices that they sell at Home Depot or on late at night on TV. I love them. Everything can shift around in this studio. Thanks. This is for all of our patrons, and I might put this out on YouTube later, but I hope you enjoy what we're going to provide for you for the next year. I'm really happy with this studio. I can't say it enough. I'm excited for some of the things that we're going to be able to do in the next couple of years. Johnny out.